señores. Ahí roncando con jueguitos de 5 minutos. Benditos. Los que huelen a meados de viejito. En 10 segundos ya hay gente esperando, se ve, la fila está larga, la fila está ahí. Una vez más con ustedes, Mmsweet en el canal de John Madden en español, donde a John Madden le dijimos un giro en español y toma vida, ya que aprendimos de él. Él nos enseñó, pues por lo tanto lo que aprendimos lo echamos para adelante. Somos instrumentos de Dios trabajando para ti. Así que mi nombre es Mmsweet, el dulce del Caribe. Así que estaremos con ustedes dándole el mejor fútbol que se merece. Habrán jugadas de riesgo, donde pues en vida real el riesgo no entra en este juego, ¿no? Pero trataremos de jugar.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, with the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago.
Ahí sale que nació con el 97. Pues pretendemos que termine el milenio. Normal, teniendo un PlayStation, lo regalaron. Empieza lo... Vamos a...
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's
No
through the
pasa
end
nada.
zone for a touchback.
Cuidado con el jet sweep. Cuidado con el jet sweep.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And right away they're going to stack him up.
Caminó por el verde.
Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Pero le enseñaron el efecto. Tú no colocaste nada por ahí atrás ahora mismo. No, ajá, ¿qué pasó?
Fournette on the counter.
Sí, ahora mismo. ¡Ey!
Up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Puede llevarse el benitazo sin querer.
To throw is Brady.
Se la lleva con papá. Corta. Pim. Cae. No sé que si Chris tenga mejor idea, pero
So CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
That's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions, but think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Vea. Le gusta que la vean. 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 Le gusta que la vea. Uno.
Carr going to try and throw on third down.
Ve, ay, me gusta. Ve, hace su trabajo. Y hay que cantársela nuevamente. Le gusta que la vea. Le gusta que la vea. Se ve bien, se ve todo que está todo en proceso, en acceso. Son 33 millones en el 31 de agosto. El 2022 en el 22. El 23 con el 23. ¿Entiendes? Te voy a dar toda la gracia. Que el juego está de maravilla.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Y aquí sale Brady luego de la intercepción, luego de ese error. Brady tiene problema, acaba de salir de la bola en el primer segundo, así que está ya en los timing pass. Son pases que se tiran en 1001, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. Otra intercepción, se la puso de regalito. Tiene problemas, Brady tiene problemas para hacer su cosa.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And down he goes, a Buccaneer
58, 58, estamos en el canal de 58, así que va a haber buenas jugadas de 58.
Takes him down for a loss of 9. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Carr gonna throw. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped.
Ya la había visto en la jugada anterior, solamente no la estaba trabajando para que estuviera más cliqueada. Pero cae ahí, fino. Espero que hagan esa jugada en su equipo.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Carr. It's a screen to Richard. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit in the 2nd quarter.
Estaba bajando mucho. And you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Tres estrellas ahí en el área derecha.
This to Jacobs on the toss right.
Y le gana Fernando. Y le gana Fernando.
Most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop, but some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
Running it with Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing
decision.
If
you're wrong, we don't believe in you, and when you pass, we don't believe in you.
Despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, back to Fournette. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Saludos a Guatemala, saludos al Perú, saludos a Costa Rica, saludos al Brazil.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Now Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier. Yes, we do.
On first down is Brady. They'll swing this out to Puerto, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Again, it's Brady. And this throw incomplete.
¡Catapulta! Justamente cerquita del Canadian Destroyer, donde aquí fue la hazaña del Bad Bunny, donde hizo la Canadian Destroyer, la única, la voltereta, la frontera de España, el final de la pareja, el final de la lucha libre. Él estuvo ahí. Él es tu artista. Incomplete. Un pase, va a tener que pasear. Es el 3. Todo el mundo pensando. ¿Qué está pensando?
If you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
No contaban
this offense finding its
con su
legs now.
astucia.
Here's another 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
32 segundos. Ahí está el Brady.
As they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Again, they'll throw with Brady. End zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tom Brady, a 5-yard touchdown run, and the Bucs have taken the lead.
I'd have to say we're all a little bit surprised there because at his age, with his speed, or should I say lack thereof, the only rushing touchdowns I would expect are on quarterback sneaks, but here he found all his guys covered. He said, why not? And by the way, that doesn't fire up your team. To see the veteran like that risking his body for the touchdown, I don't know what will.
Extra point up and good by Succa.
Anota el Brady por sus propias manos. Eso es como tirarme una bomba en Call of Duty de $300,000.
Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown. On the return, Tyron Johnson. And he returns this to the 22. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in here by Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. On play action, it's Carr. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. Right side caught by Jackson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. And now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted.
Mierda, mano.
Picked by Pierre Desir.
Mierda.
Pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Chocheta.
Suck up for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Dice las malditas pancartas aquellas. Lo que dicen. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa?
Presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because We always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Shaquille Barrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
¿Quién lo diría? ¿Quién lo diría? Boogie Gangsta es como merece.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Carr eluding the pressure right. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for the Raiders.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard and the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. To throw his Carr. And he'll look downfield for Waller. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller, 43 yards. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And he'll get in for the 2 points. So that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Take it in at the 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty... The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Oye, papi, ponte el panty. Póngame el pantalón.
Brady. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And able to
Chico, no cayó que era, mano.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st down, Brady. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's got this down to the 35.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. To throw, it's Brady. Complete, it's Johnson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Brady now on 1st down. Quick completion here to Johnson. Touchdown!
Oh, wow.
Tyler Johnson.
Oh, wow.
20-yard touchdown as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, it's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Extra point put through by Succop, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Returning it, Johnson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Oh.
And that'll set him back 5. Now Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Carr. Steps away to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And running with power here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away.
Vamos por ti, Brady. Vamos por ti.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it at least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 8. Brady now to throw. A pass underneath for Fournette. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Charles, defensively, 1 timeout left. Do you use it here, or do you let it roll to the 2-minute warning?
I would use it here because you're going to get the 2-minute warning stoppage as well. And then that means you have to snap the ball again. Something could happen. Something could go awry. You could get the ball back. I wouldn't let it run.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now Leonard Fournette. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Fournette, first down, still going. There he goes, right side. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should...
Time you and I discussed it, they'd done a nice job on him in the first half, but there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might have wiggled out of traffic and taken to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point up and good by Suckup, and the lead now up to 14. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Now here's Johnson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled.
And got his man complete. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Fournette once more on second down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
Bueno, ahí vieron.
And all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.